Stephen Catchpole, a lovely summer's day here down on the Thames, and you can be found here with Beachcombers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, the Grays Beachcombers are a group of litter pickers, of local people who come down once a month on the first Sunday of the month to come along and pick up the litter from the area in front of the beach park down in Grays, and we just come along and we might pick up 30 or 40 bagfuls of rubbish from the beach, and then we leave them for the council to collect.
How did this all come about?
Okay, so when I first moved into Grays, which was about 10 years ago, Thames 21 came along, who are an organisation that look after the river, and they were running a small litter pick in Grays once a year, and I noticed that there was probably a need for a more regular litter pick. So as I was coming up for retirement, I then got the people that had come down with the Thames 21 litter pick to actually give me their details, and then I contacted them afterwards, and we started the Grays Beachcombers.
So what happens apart from picking up litter? How many people are you getting?
So the most we've had on this particular pick at Grays is probably 15 to 20 people. There are other litter picks I now organise as well in other locations along the riverfront between Rainham and Tilbury, and we've had up to 35 people.
This may sound like a stupid question, but they're the only ones I've really got. Why? Why do you do it?
Because my first reason was to make it a nicer place to live. And then when I actually realised how much rubbish was actually being washed down the river and was obviously on its way to the ocean, it was to get that rubbish out of the river before it just carries on.
Do you feel this is a sort of what they say, the classic Sisyphean task, thankless task? Do you not get up one morning every month and go, oh God, it's here again, the litter?
No, because I honestly think we are making a difference. We've taken 20,000 plastic one-use drinks bottles out of the river system in the last year. We actually started counting the bottles that we were picking up in September of 2017, and since then we've picked up 20,000 bottles. It's an incredible number of bottles.
Often, on say our Facebook page, on our comments, people will be saying things like, "It's the council's job." Do you feel you're doing somebody else's job for them?
No, the edge of the foreshore of the river falls between two different organisations. It falls between the PLA, the Port of London Authority, who have responsibility of the river, and the council have responsibility of the land. And the area between the two is a no man's land, which nobody cares for. But we've just filled that void. But having said that, we get full support from the council. The council are absolutely incredible. They provided us with the litter pickers we need, they provided us with Wellington boots to wear, they provide us with the sacks, they always come along and take the rubbish away. I give them an hour's notice and they'll be there.
And how's the group of people? Are there people coming back to help?
We have about 100, I have about 100 email addresses that I contact. Some of those are small little groups that come along, and we get various people come along in different times. They continuously changing groups.
And is there there's a bacon roll involved, isn't there? Sometimes afterwards, that's an incentive.
At the Beachcombers, yes, which is on Sunday. At the moment, we've been picking between 10:30 and midday. It does change depending on the tides, but at the moment, for the last 6 months, it's been working nicely at that time. John Kent makes sure that there's a bacon roll in the cafe afterwards for anybody who's helped.
You're part of a mosaic of films we're doing about Grays lives. Do you feel this helps develop a sense of community in the Grays area?
Most certainly. There's the people that come along are really varied. Yeah, we've recently made contact with the Gurkha community of Grays, and they're coming along. And for me, that's the first time that I've known where people have, outside of their community, have actually joined and chatted to them, and it's really quite interesting.
So you hope that maybe a year's time we might come back at the end of our filming and you'll still be here, still fighting the good fight.
Most certainly we'll still be carrying on. Yeah. We had a massive storm Eleanor in January. People would probably remember it, and it chucked up loads of rubbish, which we believe were laying on the seabed, in the riverbed, and so it's chucked it up onto the foreshore, and we've been working to get that cleared. So it's not just me. Obviously, I have a colleague called Clive Webster who comes from Leigh-on-Sea, and he actually travels from Leigh-on-Sea down to come and help. And between us, we have run groups from Raynham all the way through to Tilbury to pick up the rubbish, and we run midweek groups, weekend groups. So I think I've run probably 30 litter picks in the year.
And that's brilliant work you do, and I think everybody would like to thank you for the work you do as part of our Grey's Lives project.
Thank you.